Welcome to the Law Firm Marketing Minute, your source of internet marketing inspiration.
Hey everyone, and welcome to the Law Firm Marketing Minute. I'm your host, John Henson. Thank you to Eddie and Jana for stepping in last week while I was off getting married and having my honeymoon and all that. So I hope they were able to give you some really good insight, some different perspective, and just some different things to keep in mind. But back into this week, wanted to share with you just something that I kind of had a mini revelation about. I was talking to one of our clients the other day, and we were talking just about, getting information out there and why that's so important. And one of the things that I realized is for most practice areas, and I think, outside of maybe personal injury and criminal defense, and even then there are some times where there's a little bit of a long game there as well. But for most practice areas, family law, estate planning, business, tax, bankruptcy, all that kind of stuff, people are going to be sort of starting that process, their own research, their own educational process, and all of that. They're going to be starting that several months before they may actually be ready to move forward and do something about it. And so, they may reach out to you. They may have like an initial consultation just to kind of see what their options are, anything like that. But then they could sit on that for several weeks or several months at a time. And where we see a lot of problems arise is that, and we've said it before, is one of the biggest mistakes that a lot of attorneys make is that they fail to keep in touch. And this is where we see this happen. People are kind of reaching out, they're kind of doing some research, they're kind of seeing what their options are. Maybe they have a consultation with you, and then that's it. Maybe there's some education up front. You kind of tell them what they can or maybe can't do, what their situation really entails. And that's it. That's all the education they get. That's all of the communication they really have. And you just kind of sit around and wait for them to make a hiring decision one way or another. Maybe you have a very basic follow-up sequence like, hey, where are you at in your process? Hey, remember you came in for a consultation, anything we can do? And that's fine. And there's still some parts of that are important. But if that's all you're doing, you're not really doing a good job of ensuring that you're the person that they end up hiring. And so what I mean by that is, whatever your intake process is, there's always going to be a marketing component that's either taking place before or after that consultation, kind of between the first time that you get someone's information to the time that they end up hiring you or not. So there's that second phase of marketing. And regardless of whether it's before or after you get their contact information, the content that you're putting out, the educating that you're doing, whether it's directly or indirectly at people, that's what is really important. And that's what a lot of attorneys miss. And that's what we are really trying to accomplish with our content loop system and all of that entails. And the reason that that's important is because let's say you get someone into your system, they have a consultation with you and they're going to wait a few weeks. Maybe they're not ready to move forward yet for one reason or another. For example, let's say someone wants to start a business. They don't really know where to start. They don't know what all the legal stuff is that they've got to go through, but they're in the planning stage. They're in their initial planning stages. They're going to try to get everything together, but they're probably not ready to start that process until maybe the first of the year. So they reach out to you, you talk to them, you let them know what all they've got to do, and they're just going to sit on that information until they're ready to get started officially. What are you doing in that time frame between once you've talked to them and let them know what they have to do until they're ready to move forward? And that's where a huge missed opportunity is. And that's why that consistent stream of content, that consistent stream of education goes such a long way towards not just building referrals, not just, elevating your status as the expert, but it goes a long way towards converting those leads and converting those consultations. And so the thing to kind of think about it is, maybe having your marketing cycle, your content cycle, whatever educating you're doing, blogs, videos, podcasts, whatever it is, that's what is going to continue to remind people who you are, how you help, which is great because that's going to ensure that those people don't end up going somewhere else. Some of them still might. Maybe it's just, personality fit, isn't work. Maybe there's a price point issue. Who knows? And if that's the case, it's fine. Let them go. But when you're doing that consistent stream of content and you're not only helping them remember, hey, I'm going to work with this person. That's the person that helped me out. But you also have an opportunity to showcase other things that they may not realize that they needed yet. To kind of go back to go to like an estate planning lawyer for an example. Someone says, okay, I know I need to get a last will and testament drafted, but I'm not ready to do it yet. I'll do it at the start of the year. In that meantime, your content can be talking about trusts, various trusts, things with Medicare, Medicaid, whatever the case is. And all of a sudden, while they're thinking about other things or getting ready to come back to you to work a will, it's like, oh man, maybe I need this trust. Maybe I need to do something for Medicare. I know I'm going to probably need that one day. And there's more opportunity there for you to provide even more services than you may have otherwise not been able to do because you just didn't keep in touch in the first place. And so, I know that lawyers, especially, you really do want to focus on the tangible, very trackable benefits, but having just a marketing system in place that consistently educates and informs your audience opens up an entire new world of possibilities for you and your firm that go much more beyond just checking off a marketing box. It goes beyond elevating your expertise. There's so much more opportunity that can be had because you are educating people. You're showing off your full range of services and showing off everything that someone can possibly come to you for help with. And so, and that's what's important there. And so if you don't have that marketing system, or maybe you have, maybe you've got your landing pages and that's how you capture leads. But if you don't have that stuff on the back end, for sure, once someone has that consultation or once you get someone's contact information in your system, having that marketing, having that content, social media, blogs, videos, whatever it is, emails, having that on the back end, pairing it with what you're doing on the front end. Because what's great about content marketing is you can do the same stuff on the back end that you're doing on the front end. It's just a repetitive cycle that continues to educate. It brings people in, it catches their attention, and it continues to educate and it continues to keep them in. And that's why we call it this content loop, because once they get in your loop, they're just surrounded by you and your content until they choose to leave. So, that's why we think it's so important to be doing something like this. And so if you're not doing some sort of content on a regular basis, and I'm talking blogs, social media posts, emails, stuff like that, please consider doing that. Get ready. If you want to have like a really good starting point, make 2022 the year that you really do get that started. Now is kind of about the sweet spot, especially if you're thinking about your marketing, to have a new website in place for the start of the year, to have a new marketing strategy in place for the start of the year. And so there's a lot of good stuff that you can be doing. And to that note, to wrap it up, one of the things, if you've been following us, you may have seen it. We recently announced a really big sort of giveaway that we're doing for our 10-year anniversary. So Spotlight Branding is turning 10 this year, and we want to celebrate. We want to do a whole bunch of cool stuff, and we're going to be doing a bunch of different things over the next few months to celebrate and to kind of reflect on, what the past 10 years have been like for the company. I mean, I've been here for almost 7 of them. So, I've really seen how this place has grown, what we've been able to do to impact people. And so if you missed the announcement, basically what we're doing is we're giving away like $30,000 in just a marketing experience for one lucky winner. And so what that looks like is we're going to fly the winner out to our Charlotte offices. We're going to bring you in, we'll pay for airfare, hotel, everything. Bring you into our office. You'll have consultations, one-on-one consulting with our CEO, Mark Cerniglia. You're going to sit down with our writing team, Eddie, co-host from a couple of weeks ago. He's going to be part of that meeting with you. And they'll build, those writers will build out 12 months worth of blogs for you. We'll do a video shoot for you, 12, 15 video FAQs that you can put on your website. We'll help you start a podcast, a bunch of other stuff that is included in this. That's just so much value that you're going to get for absolutely free. And it's just going to be a really big immersive experience for you, and your firm's marketing. And so the way that people can get entered is really simple. All you got to do to get one entry is to book a call with us. That's it. Show up to your call. You get an entry into this giveaway. If you do decide to become a client, you don't have to. But if you decide to become a client and work with us, you'll get 5 additional entries. Referrals, every referral, every time you send someone our way, you'll get an entry for that. And if that referral ends up deciding to work with us, you'll get 5 more entries as well. So you've got a potential to get 12, I think 12 entries total. And really, if you send multiple referrals and multiple referrals become clients, you get entries for those as well. So, not really, I don't think, a limit to how many entries that you can get. But, again, you don't have to become a client of ours to win this prize. The drawing will happen kind of at the start of 2022. So think about that. Check out spotlightbranding.com/makeover for all of the details on this huge giveaway that we're doing. Spotlightbranding.com/makeover. So that's going to do it for us this week. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Love seeing all the continued feedback. Continue to leave us some reviews on Apple Podcasts. And that's going to be it. We'll see you next week.
Thanks for joining us. Please visit lawfirmmarketingminute.com for more information. We'll see you next time.